Okay, good evening, everyone. So, welcome back to the session. Okay, so for the all-in guys, first of all, my voice is clear for all of you. Can you please confirm me once in the chat box whether I'm clear or not? Yep. Okay, so in last session, which topic we have discussed? So, how to create the EC2 instance, right? So, we have seen how to create the server. In today's session, we are going to learn some more extension for it. Okay, fine. But before that, like, how many of you are like new for today's session? Day one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fine. So you guys, please meet me after session. Why? Because we have done with 3 classes. I'll provide the backup for you. Okay, fine. And even online also. So in today's class, like we are going to recap what exactly happened in the last session, so we can go for the next concept. Okay. So in the last session, we have seen what is the meaning of server. Okay. So tell me, what is the meaning of server? Server serves the services to the end user. It will take request from the user and send the response. Coming to the type of servers, so basically how many times we have categories to 2. First one will be physical server, which we can call as on-prem. Remember, physical servers can also be called as on-prem. Second one will be cloud servers. Okay. Sir, if we speak about physical servers, what is the first disadvantage we are having? It will consume space. Second one, we need to have 24/7 electricity. Third one, we need to have the maintenance. Okay, but if you go for cloud servers, so we need not to have any kind of space for it. Why? Because data centers will maintain the servers and 24/7 electricity is also going to be maintained by the data centers. And maintenance, everything they are going to take care of it. Okay. For example, if I want to host my server on cloud, I'll be having AWS and I'll be having Azure and I'll be having GCP. So these are the major cloud providers known in the market. Of course, apart from this, we have some other providers also. We have Alibaba, you know Alibaba Cloud, Salesforce we have, Digital Ocean we have, okay, Dell we have, and we have Tennyson we have. You know Tennyson, I think so all of you, right? PUBG, all of you know, right? So like that. So like this, we will be having some n number of cloud providers, but among them, which is the famous one is always it's gonna be AWS. Why? Because AWS is having how much of market value? 34%. And Azure will have 20%. And GCP will have 11% of the market share. Okay. So that is the reason why we are choosing AWS for this course. So AWS full form is nothing but Amazon Web Services. Okay. So in AWS, if you want to create a server, that is what we can call as EC2 instance. So EC2 full form is nothing but Elastic Compute Cloud. To create a server on AWS, how many steps we gonna take? 7. Already we seen in the last class, but I'm gonna recap them one more time for you. Step number 1 is nothing but giving the names and tags. That means you can give the name and you can give the tag for the server. Step number 2, we'll be having the AMI. What is the full form of AMI here? Amazon Machine Image. In the AMI part, what we'll be having, sir? We will be having the operating system, software and packages. In step number 3, we will be having the instance type. Instance type is nothing but we have the CPU and memory. So what is the default instance type we have for the server? T2 micro. In T2 micro, how many CPUs will get? And how much of RAM we get? So here I'm speaking about RAM. ROM, we are going to speak on the step number 6. Coming to the step number 4, here we are going to use the key pair. What is the main purpose of using key pair? Use it for login purpose. Which purpose? And how many kind of keys we have, sir? 2. First one is public key. Public key is going to maintain by. Second one is private key. Private key is going to maintain by user. And how many type of private keys we have again? 2. One is PEM. Second one is TPK. Fifth one will be network. So in the networking part, we are going to have 2 categories, VPC and security. VPC is nothing but it will provide privacy and security for the server. It's just like our VPN. Next one will be the security group. What is the main purpose of security group? To access the application. How can I access the application? From the ports. What is the port number of our server, sir? 0 to 65,535. And in step number 6, I'm going to talk about storage, which speak about EBS volume. EBS stand for elastic block storage. What is the full form of EBS? So it will provide the storage for our server. Minimum storage for our server will be, and maximum we can allocate up to 16 terabytes. Which one? But in real time, are we going to use terabyte? Means no, sir. Maximum 200 to 300 GB is enough. Terabytes we'll use for very, very big application like Flipkart, Amazon, Netflix. So these kind of servers will need terabytes of storage. But normal applications doesn't need this kind of storage. And what is your step number 7 here? Summary. Summary means we are going to review all of the items what we selected, which AMI we selected, which instance type we selected, like that. So now let's go and create this practically. So already I have some servers which I created for my last session. Okay. So now I'm going to click on launch instance. Course content. Huh? Who's this? Guys, we'll give this course content for you. Okay. Don't worry. At the end of session, our admins will ping the course content for you. Okay. Just focus on the class for the next few minutes. First of all, here you can see the names and tags. What is the name we can give? Means guys, name we can give whatever we want. Okay. So here the name of the server is, I'm going to give it as Raham. It's my name. Okay. You can give whatever the name you want. It doesn't have any limitation for the name. Second one, here we can give the AMI. AMI stand for Amazon Mission Image. What does we have on AMI? We'll be having operating system, software packages, and so on. Okay, so here you can select the AMI. I am going to use Amazon Linux. Which one? Next, instance type. What do we have here? CPU and memory. Memory in the sense here we are going to speak about RAM. Okay, so I'll be going for T2 micro, which is absolutely giving 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM for the free of cost. Next, step number 4, key pair. So here I already have the key pair in last session. Okay, if I click on drop down, are you seeing April 6 p.m.? This key pair already we create on the last session, so we can reuse the same key pair. Remember, every time it is not mandatory to create the new key pair. One key pair is enough for the entire course. Even if you are practicing in real time also, in real time, we will create only one key pair. Next, step number 5 will be the network settings. So here click on edit. Here what we are going to create? All traffic. So here I'm going to create the new security group with the name called Raham. And instead of SSH, here what I'm going to select? All traffic. And at last, step number 6, here we are going to configure the storage. What is the default? What is the maximum we can give? Terabytes. It is a step number 6. And in step number 7, you can see the launch instance. This is summary actually. Number of instances, how many we are going to create? And what kind of AMI we selected? Amazon Linux 2. And what is the instance type we selected? T2 micro. And security group, we are creating a new security group. And the name of the volume will be, size of the volume will be 8 GB. So now click on launch instance. Okay, here it is telling that already a security group with the name Raham is existed. Don't worry about this one. It is telling that already you've given the name Raham here. So this is already existed. So I'm giving the name called Raham1. Okay. On this one. For example, if you give same name for the same security groups in the same VPC, it will not take. Okay, we need to give the different name for it. So guys, don't worry about the creation of EC2 instance. Daily, we are going to create the EC2 instance till the end of our course. It is the day 2 of our course in practical. Na? So for the day 60, daily we are going to create the same server. So don't worry about the server creation. And the people whom is the last session. So I'm going to provide the backup for you. So don't worry about the previous part. Just focus on today's session. Okay. So now I'm going to connect to my server here. So if you want to connect to your server, are you seeing connect option here? Click on connect. Directly you can able to connect to your server. Okay. So now you can go and see here. It is your server. It is your server, sir. Okay. Again, one more time, I will show you how to create your server. For example, it is your server. What is the name of the server? Click on select this one and are you seeing connect option? In the first option here, you can see one more option called connect. So simply we can connect to our server like this. Okay. And you can start working on the server. Server means don't think it's like a rocket science. It is very easy. Whatever you are seeing on the screen, that is called as your server. And remember, in server, we need to work on CLI. That means you need to work on commands only. Basically, till now, all of you are comfortable with Windows system, right? How many of you are having laptops here? Everybody mostly. So now till now you use the laptop, but everything you performed on the GUI only. That is graphical user interface. If you provide any mouse click, you will get the output. But from now, okay, in the course of DevOps, we are going to use completely CLI. That means if you want to do any kind of work, you need to do from the commands only. Why? Because in real time, you will work on CLI mode. Okay, GUI mode, you are never going to work on it. So let me connect to the server from the terminal. Here I have the terminal. From this terminal, I can connect to my server. Sudo -i. Okay. So now here, whatever if you want to do, you are going to do it from the CLI mode only. For example, see. So till now, we know about only Windows machine. But from now, you need to know about the Linux. Why? Because in real time, all the work what exactly you are going to do on is Linux only. If you don't know Linux, you cannot work in real time. Sir, it is not only for DevOps. If you take the training of Java, or if you take training of the Python, or even if you take training of database, or even if you take the training of cloud as well as data science also, every technology need to work on the Linux only. Just go and ask anybody in the real time. Even if they are working on a developer environment or like they are working as a tester, at the end of the day, all they need to have the Linux knowledge. So it is not exclusive for the DevOps. It is exclusive for the software engineer. A software engineer can be a developer, or he can be a tester, or he can be a database engineer, or he can be a data scientist also. Everybody will call a software engineer only. So all the software engineer primarily need to know about the Linux itself. So let's start the session with the Linux basics now. So let me go for the Linux. Here, I'm going to teach you about Linux. So now my first question for all of you is, whatever the question I'm going to ask you, 90% of the people are going to say the wrong answer. Even before I'm asking the question, I'm telling you the answer, whatever what exactly we're going to tell is going to be wrong. So the question is, what is Linux? I think you already attended my previous class, huh? You can't say it. Okay. So remaining people, what is a Linux? It's a operating system. OS, right? Okay. From online, let's take the point from the online. Linux is a OS. Okay. Okay, fine. So majority of the people, whatever exactly I got is Linux is an operating system. So it is an OS. This is going to be the blender mistake. Which mistake? Not normal mistake, sir. It is blender mistake. I'll tell you. Linux is not an operating system. Linux is not an operating system. Lot of people will think Linux is an operating system, but Linux is not an operating system. Linux is a kernel. Linux is a kernel. Okay. So this is the one of the first mistake what exactly you are going to do on the interview. For example, if you go for interview, the interviewer, first of all, directly they won't ask the questions on DevOps. They won't ask the question on the AWS also. First of all, they will ask questions on Linux. Why? Because if you know Linux, you can able to work on real time. Okay. If you don't know about Linux, you cannot able to work on real time. Okay. So the first question they will ask you is what is Linux? So now tell me, what is a Linux? Is it an operating system or it's a kernel? It's a kernel. And you can ask me, sir, I don't know what is the operating system and what is the meaning of kernel. I'll tell you. Sir, operating system is nothing but, so OS full form is nothing but operating system. Operating system. What is the purpose of this operating system? I think like most of the people are from technical field only, but if anybody is from like non-tech, okay, they might don't know what exactly meaning of OS. So now listen, OS stand for operating system. The main purpose of operating system is to communicate with the system. Okay, it will establish communication with system. For example, see, I'll ask you one question. In my computer, I have data, sir. For example, I have the data. Now I want to see the data from my computer. Okay. So now what I'll tell computer, show me the data. Can I tell like this? No. Why? Because as a human, I know Telugu, Hindi, English. Okay. And if there are like any some BTS fans, they will look Korea also, some sort of Korea. Correct or not? Any BTS fans here? Only one, huh? Okay, great. Fine. So like this, what exactly will happen is human can able to speak Telugu, Hindi, English or like any sort of language. But computer doesn't know Telugu, Hindi, English. What computer knows? Binary language. Which language? Binary language means the language which is created with the zeros and ones only. Apart from zeros and ones, you cannot do anything. You cannot see anything or you cannot like display anything. Computer knows about only the binary language. But we know Telugu, Hindi, English. We cannot learn binary language as well as we cannot teach computer to Telugu, Hindi, English also. Then in that case, we need to have some barrier or not, sir? We need to have the bridge which need to exchange data from we to computer. That bridge is nothing but your operating system. What is the bridge here? Operating system. This operating system main purpose is to communicate with the system. Yeah, system in the sense like I can call this computer or I can call this mobile also. Tell me one thing. In mobile also we are having OS or not, sir? Without having OS, how can we communicate with mobile? No, let's take smartwatch. In smartwatch, do we have OS or not? Like that. So now I think you got the definition and meaning of the operating system. Tell me what is an OS? OS is a software which help for the communication between user and computer. Okay, I'll make it elaborate. I'm writing it here. OS, it's a software used to communicate with systems. Okay, system can be a laptop or it can be desktop or it can be mobile for anything. And here you said Linux is not an OS, you said Linux is a kernel. Sir, even I don't know what is the meaning of kernel. Then I'll tell you the meaning of kernel. It is lowest level of operating system. It is lowest level of operating system. Okay. That means this kernel is also an operating system, but when you compare with original OS, it is the lowest level. Which level? Lowest level. So this is the clarity first of all you need to have. Now my first clarity for all of you is Linux an operating system a kernel? Tell me, it is OS or it is a kernel? Kernel. What is kernel? Lowest level of operating system. What is the operating system here? It's a software used to communicate with the system. So is the first point clear for all of you know? All in, can you please confirm is the first point clear for all of you or not? You can ping me on comment section. Fine. So next year, sir, you are telling about Linux, It's nothing but the kernel. It's not operating system. Fine. But my question is, why we need to learn Linux? Why we need to learn Linux? It is my first question. Remember, I'll tell the importance of Linux first of all. Then you can come why we need to learn the Linux. First point is here. I think all of you know about supercomputers, right? Supercomputers. What is the purpose of supercomputers? It can do the calculation very speedily. It can use it for R&D purpose, and it can be used for like variety of industry, like in military purpose. In military, like they use supercomputers. If you talk about supercomputers, like top 500 supercomputers. So top 500 supercomputers in the world are using the Linux operating system only. Okay. Out of 500 supercomputers, each and every supercomputer is using the Linux operating system. Second one, I think you know the servers, right? In real time, 96%. How much percentage? 96% of servers are using the Linux operating system. And again, third point, if you talk about electronic gadgets like mobiles, let's take mobiles. 86% of the mobiles in real time, these are using the Linux as a operating system. And even though in step number 4, if we talk about like electronic gadgets, electronic smartwatches, smart TV, as well as like refrigerator, like we have some smart refrigerators and smart ACs, as well as smart refrigerators, coolers, everything. So everything will comes under electronic gadgets also. In there also we are using the OS of Linux. Now if you see, first of all, if you talk about supercomputers, out of 500 supercomputers in real time and in real world, they are using the Linux as their operating system, and 96% of the servers, they are also using the Linux as their operating system. And what percentage of the mobiles is nothing but 86% of the mobiles. And coming to the electronic gadgets, so here also we are using the Linux operating system itself. Now tell me, if you see, in a day, can we live without servers and mobiles and supercomputers in a single day in this modern world? Is it possible? No. If there are no supercomputers, we cannot get the weather report and we cannot do calculations. If there are no servers, we cannot access any kind of application. If there is no mobile, we cannot communicate with any people. And if there are no electronic gadgets, we cannot get the entertainment. That means in the modern world, if you don't use any one of the above, we cannot finish a single day. That means now you can see the importance of Linux or not, sir. Why? Because everywhere is Linux there. That is the reason to learn the Linux. Now tell me, is it necessary to learn the Linux or not, sir? Yes. Why? Because Linux is everywhere, what I can say. Fine then. You are telling that Linux is everywhere, but now my question is, what are the advantages? What are the advantages of using Linux? I'll tell you. First of all, Linux is free and open source. Linux is free and, sir, if you take Windows, for Windows, do we need to pay license or not, sir? See, if you want to buy the license from Windows, definitely need to pay some amount. And that Windows software is not open source. That means your open source means everybody need to see it. Can we see the Windows source code directly? No. But Linux is not like that. For Linux operating system, we are not going to pay any single rupee. Why? Because it is first of all free to use. Second one, it will be open source. Open source means source code you can see publicly. Let me show you. If you go and see, if I type here Linux source code, directly in the internet you can see it, sir. Are you seeing the code here? Anybody can able to see the code and anybody can able to use the code. That means if I want to use the code and if I want to modify the code as per my requirement, I can change it. But for Windows, do we have this kind of feature? No. First of all. Second one will be here. Antivirus software, you know. Sir, for Windows, once you buy the laptop, the first thing they are going to tell is, sir, use antivirus software. For antivirus software, do you need to pay money or not, sir? But in Linux, there is no antivirus software. Why? Because it comes with the high-end security. So security will be high. So what is the point number one here? Free and open source. Point number two, security will be very high. In Windows, definitely we need to install antivirus software. For that, we need to install, we need to invest some amount. But whereas this Linux will come with high security, so doesn't require any kind of antivirus software. Third thing will be, whenever if you use the Windows laptop, have you ever faced the hanging of the system? Most of the times your system will hang, but this system will not hang. If you use a Linux operating system, this system will never hang actually. Okay, so it will be very high performance. High performance. And point number four is, Windows is single user based. I mean, like not now. Nowadays we can use multi-user based also. But whereas this Linux is multi-user based operating system, that means multiple people can able to use the operating system at same time. Okay, I can say it as multi-user based. And fifth one, it supports all programming languages. It supports all kind of programming languages. So these will be the advantages. Advantage number one, it is first of all free and open source. Second one, security will be very high. And third one, performance will be very, and it is multi-user based operating system in the real time, as well as it can be able to support the all kind of programming languages. And when you compare with speed, Linux will be very, very high speed when you compare with the Windows. So I need to mention this point. Step number 6 will be high speed. So now tell me, having this many advantages, can we use a Linux or not, sir? Why? Because what is the first point there? Free and open source. As per Indian psychology, if we see something free, directly we are going to use it. Correct or not, sir? We doesn't care about any other. First of all, if it is free, definitely we're gonna use. So this is the first major factor to choose the Linux operating system. So this is the reason why in real time we will majorly focus on the Linux operating system rather than Windows. So now is the concept of importance of Linux and advantages of Linux clear for all of you? Everybody. Online, can you please confirm is the advantages and importance of Linux clear for all of you or not? So students, don't worry about the payments and course content. At the end of the day, we are going to share it with you. Okay. So don't worry about it as of now. Okay, sir. Now fine here. So the next point is here. For example, if you want to use the Linux operating system, how to use? Remember, if I want to use the Linux as my operating system, I need not to install Linux. Why? Because if you see already in my server, I have the Linux. If you go and see, it's your Linux operating system. Which one? By using the command uname, are you seeing the OS name here? Linux. So lot of people will think if I want to learn Linux, I need to install Linux on my local laptop. But guys, trust me, to use the Linux operating system in our course, we are not going to install that on our local laptop. Why? Because whatever the server we created, already in that server we have the Linux OS installed from the AMI. In the AMI, what will get OS or not, sir? So this Linux AMI already, sorry, this Linux is already installed on that AMI. So directly we can able to use it. Coming to the types of OS, I mean like types of usage. Sir, if you want to use Linux, you need to use on two modes. How many modes? Mode number one will be GUI. GUI full form is nothing but graphical user interface. Second one will be CLI. CLI stand for command line interface. Now tell me which mode we are going to choose, GUI or CLI? Linux will have two modes, both CLI and GUI, but majorly we are going to focus on. Remember, in the real time, you are never ever going to touch GUI part. So 99.99% of the work will be from CLI only. Which one? CLI means command line interface. Here, everything you are going to perform from the commands itself. How you are going to perform? Commands. So I'll tell you few commands of Linux, but before that, let me tell you what are the major components of Linux. Basically, if you want to understand the Linux, you need to know about the components of OS. I'm going to teach you about components. First component is nothing but your shell. Okay. But before shell, you need to have something called as daemon. And before daemon, you need to have something called as base. Let me tell you, first of all, shell. Second one, daemon. Let's talk about these two first of all. Okay. Sir, shell is nothing but, for example, let's say, if you give a command, in return, what you will expect, output you will expect. Okay, that output and the input will be delivered with the shell only. Shell is nothing but it will take input from the user, executes and give output. That means if you want to get the output, first of all, you need to give the input. Okay. In Linux, which component will accept the input, sir? Shell. For example, see, here I'm using the command called uname. This is the command. The moment if I give the command called uname, this command will be taken by the shell. Shell will execute that and gives the output. That is the first component. Remember, this shell is the very, very important component you need to focus on. Okay. Second one is going to be daemon. Daemon deals with the background process. Deals with background process. For example, see, whenever if you open the laptop, there will be some background process like your lights will blink, as well as some boot up messages will come, as well as some updates will come. So all these are nothing but your background process. So in Linux, daemon is the component that is going to be dealing with the background process. So these are very, very important. Of course, we are having some other components also. We'll talk about it later. But first of all, you need to know about the shell. What is the purpose of shell? It take input from the user, execute and gives the output. Second one, daemon. Daemon deals with the background process. And there is one more important component called kernel. What it is? Kernel. This kernel deals with hardware. Kernel deals with the, for example, my system is having some CPU, RAM, as well as ROM. All these components will be dealing with the kernel itself. Okay. In a nutshell, I can tell like this. Shell deals with the input output. Shell deals with input and outputs. Daemon deals with the background process. And again, kernel deals with the hardware. These three will be the major components of your Linux operating system. Again, one more time. What is the component number one? Shell. Component number two, daemon. Component number three, shell deals with inputs and outputs. Daemon deals with background process. Kernel deals with hardware. Is the components of Linux clear for all of you? Know? All of you. Online, can you please confirm is the concepts, I mean like component of Linux clear for all of you or not? Shell, daemon and kernel? Clear. Fine. So Prashant sir, can you repeat shell concept? See, shell is nothing but, for example, as a user, I'm giving you the input here. If you go and see, I'm giving you the input and I'm getting the output. How it is doing means shell will take input from the user, execute the command and gives the output for the user. Okay. We'll talk about more in the shell scripting part. We have a concept called shell scripting. There you can get more details about the shell itself. Fine. Now after that, you need to have one more thing that is called as flavors in Linux. Have you ever about the flavors of Linux here? You can call it as flavors or you can call it as distributions. Android? Where does Android come from? See, flavors are distribution, nothing. But let's talk about iPhone. For example, iPhone is a product. iPhone 15 is a variant. 15 plus variant. 15 Pro variant. 15 Pro Max also. Here everything is the iPhone product. But 5, I mean like 15, 15 plus, 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max are the variants. Okay. Similarly, in Linux also we have the operating system. But we will be having different variants of the operating system like Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, Fedora, OpenSUSE, Kali Linux, Rocky Linux like this. So if I want to tell you this one, let's take it as iPhone as the example. iPhone 15 is the main product. Okay. But apart from 15, we'll be having 15 plus. After 15 plus in, what is the next variant? 15 Pro. Again, next variant will be 15 Pro Max. Okay. Like that, Linux is the only one end kernel we are having in the market. But again, based upon that Linux kernel, we will be having lot of variants. One of the most used variant is Ubuntu. We can call it as flavor of the Linux or even we can call as distribution. After Ubuntu, we have something called as CentOS, Fedora, Debian, Rocky Linux, Kali Linux, Alma Linux. Okay. So like this, we'll be having some n number of flavors. Guys, if you ask me, there are some hundreds of flavors in the real time. But we don't work with all of them. The major thing we need to know about the Linux is Ubuntu as well as Red Hat. So these are the major to use OS flavors in the real-time market. Okay. But again, if you use Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, Fedora, Debian, everything will be the Linux only. But these are the variants. For example, if I ask you what is the difference between iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus, what is the difference? Size and camera. Again for 15 Plus and 15 Pro, size and camera. 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, again size and. But again at the end of the day, all the mobiles are having same features. Okay, same application and same way of working, but only there are few differences. Here also, in these flavors, every flavor is having the Linux operating system only. But there are only few changes in the flavors. Okay. But if you ask me in real time, majority of the cases we are going to use Ubuntu as our basic operating system for Linux. Which one? Ubuntu. This is the mostly used. If you ask me in real time, 70% of the people are using Ubuntu as the main flavor of Linux. Which percentage? After Ubuntu, majority of the people will go for the Red Hat next. And after that, CentOS. Like this, the flavor will continue. So this is the kind of flavors what we are going to see. And again, real time, we are going to have hundreds of flavors. But are we going to use all of the flavors? We are going to use only few flavors. Online, is the concept of flavors clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in chat box once? What is a flavor and why we are using it? Fine, it was clear. So next year, already you know about the types of modes. Sir, how many modes we are having in the Linux? 2 modes. What are those? CLI and CLI stand for command line interface and GUI stand for. Okay. So now here I'm gonna show you some of the basic commands for today. That how CLI works. Okay. Here I'm gonna touch only basics of commands. Why? Because it is day one. Okay. I'll touch you few commands. What are the most frequently used in the real time? First command will be uname. Which command? This command to show the OS name. For example, if I use the command called uname, this command will print the operating system name. What is my OS here? Linux. Again, the same command, if I use uname hyphen a, it is going to show me the complete information. Hyphen a stand for all. What is hyphen a stand for? Sir, again, if I give the uname hyphen r, that will show me the kernel information. Are you seeing the kernel information here? Like that. So uname command will show me the OS name. If I want to see the kernel information, I need to use uname hyphen r. This command is to show the OS kernel info. But if I want to see the complete information, command is uname hyphen to show complete info of OS. Are the first three commands clear for all of you know? Again, one more time. What is the command that print the OS name? Uname. If I want to see the kernel information, uname hyphen r. No, sir. If I want to see the complete information of operating system, uname hyphen a. Fine. For example, sir, I want to print the username. That means who is currently working on the server. Before that, I'll print the command called who. This command will show me which user logged in previously. Previously, which user logged into the server here? EC2 user. Why? Because by default, user for server will be. Are you seeing this one? So this who command will show me which user logged into your server. Again, the same command we can use with the W command. Again, are you seeing EC2 user here? That means this who command and W command will work for the same purpose. What they will work for? They will print the user who logged into the server previously. So give the command who, or you can give W to show the logged user info. Logged user info. Is it clear now? As well as similarly, for example, I want to see my current user information. Which user logged into your server currently? Root. If I give the command who am I, that will show me the current user information. Who is the current user there? Root user. So this command called who am I will print or to show current user info. Is it clear now? Again, what is the command for uname? Like what is the uname will do? To show the OS name. Uname hyphen r to show the kernel information. What is the kernel? Lowest level of operating system. Next, uname hyphen a. What does the uname hyphen a command will do? Complete information of the OS. W command will do to show the logged user information, or same alternative will be who. And what is who am I command used for? To show the current user information. Who is the current user logged in? Root user. So are these 5 comments clear now? Online, can you please confirm, are these 5 comments clear for all of you or not? Okay, great. So I think it's clear for all of you. Fine. From when regular classes started? Basically, your classes started actually from today itself. Okay. So first of all, you need to focus on Linux. Why? Because even if I want to start DevOps, without having the Linux knowledge, you cannot start the DevOps. I'm telling you this thing strictly. Already some people from online might know about Linux. Even though if you learn Linux, okay, there are a lot of people who is starting from the scratch. Some other people might not know about the Linux. That is the reason I'm teaching you Linux. But your actual classes start from today itself. Okay, today is the day 1 practical class, I can say. Sir, for example, now I want to see the host name. Okay. So if you give the command called host name, and before that, I have the data inside my screen. If I want to clear the screen, I can use the command called clear. What I can use? Is the screen cleared or not, sir? But the same thing we can use shortcut called Control L. What we can use? So you can use command call clear, or the shortcut will be Control L. So this command to clear the screen. That's it. So apart from this one, currently I'm on which user? Sir, I want to come out of root user. So I can use the command called logout. Which one? If I use logout from the root user, I came to which user? EC2 user. So this is the command you need to understand. So the logout command. Which one? This command to log out from current user. Sir, again, if I want to go inside the root user. So this is the very basic command all of you need to understand. Without this command, you cannot log into the real-time servers. By default, you need to work on some EC2 user whenever you log into the server. EC2 user will be the default user of our server. EC2 user will be the default, but we need to work on root user. Which user? What is the command to switch from EC2 user to root user? Command will be sudo space -i. Sudo -i. I'll show you. Wait. For example, if I take the new terminal, in the new terminal, I am logging my system here. I am logging my Linux system. How can we get the real-time experience with this course? If you attend to the classes daily till the end of the course, then you will get it. See, currently we are inside the demos now. So once the demos get start, I mean like demos done, you'll be getting the real-time course, okay? So now see sir here. Currently I'm on which user here? So by default, whenever you log into the any server, you will be on EC2 user only. But in real time, we need to work with the root user. Which user? So how do you switch from EC2 user to the root user? The command is sudo -i. Is it done now? Again, I'll log out. Again, I'll log out. Now tell me, what is the command to switch from EC2 user to root user? Sudo -i. Again, you came to which user? Again, if I want to log out, what is the command? Log out. But instead of log out, I can use shortcut called Control D. What I'm using here? So you can use the command called logout, and the same action you can do from Control D also. So in our course, I'm gonna teach you the command as well as shortcut also. I'll teach you both. So which one you are preferable, you can use that one. So what is the shortcut for logout here? Control D. That's it. And what is the command to log in as root user? Sudo -i. This command I need to write on top. Sudo -i to log in as root user. Again, currently I'm on which user? Tell me which command will print me the current user information. Who am I? Uname is for printing the OS information. Okay. Who am I? I'm in which user now? Now I want to log in as root user. Command is sudo. Guys, there are some other alternative commands also. You can use sudo su also. I can use sudo. You are on which user? Again, logout. I can use the command sudo su - also. Again, I'm on which user? That means per single action, we have multiple commands. You can use sudo -i, or you can use sudo su, or you can use sudo su - So like this, you'll be having n number of alternative commands. But it is day one. I'm just telling you one command as of now. So sudo -i is the command to log in as root user. What is the command to log out? Log out, or shortcut will be Control D. Okay, like that. So plus is not required. You can directly use Control D. Okay, plus not required. Next command. For example, remember, as of now, generally, what is the time now here? 7:03. So here we are going to follow Indian time zone. But servers will not follow the Indian time zone. Server will follow the UTC time zone. Which one? We want to see the time of the server. Give the command date. You can see the date. You can see the month. You can see the time as well, right? And you can see the year. Remember, this concept we are going to speak on Jenkins. Why? Because in Jenkins, we are going to schedule some works in the real time. Okay. At the time of scheduling, you need to give some time period. Okay. But before giving the time period there, you need to understand both our servers as well as Indian times are not going to be same. Server will follow which time zone? And here you are following Indian time zone. What is the difference between them? Exactly 5 hours. I mean, like 4.5, I can say. How many hours? So this date command will show me the time and date. Guys, this is a very important command. Why? Because while scheduling the works, we are going to use this one. And again, if I want to see the host name of my server, the command is host name only. If you go and see, give the command host name. Are you seeing my host name here? Host name means what I can say is name of the server. By default, we will get the DNS as the name of the server. Okay, but if I want to put my own name, I can use the command call host name ctl set hyphen host name. I want to give the name as Raham. What I want to give? Now give the command called sudo hyphen I. Currently, what is the name here? Raham. And if I give the command call host name, what is the name of the host here? Raham. By default, server will get the DNS as the host name. But in real time, we are going to set our host names. So this is the command. Even you can put your host names also. This is to print the host name. And this command, it will set the host name. Is it clear now? So tell me, what is the command to print the host name, sir? Host name. But if I want to set my own host name, what is the command? Host name ctl set hyphen host name and name of the name. Like that. Again, I'm going to recap the comments one more time for you. First of all, what is the command that is to log in as root sudo hyphen OS name, uname. If I want to see the kernel information, uname hyphen R. No, sir, if I want to see the complete information, uname hyphen A. Okay. Next, what is the command? Use it for who am I? Like, what is the purpose of it? To print the current user information. No, sir, if I want to see how many users log into my system, command will be W or I can use who. Sir, I want to clear the screen. You can use clear or control. Sir, if I want to log out from my current user, log out or control D. I want to see the time of my server. Date. Of course, like date also same purpose. And what is the command to print the host name? Host name. If I want to set my own host name, what is the command? Host name ctl set hyphen host name call whatever you want. See, here I'm using my name as Ram, but even though if you want to use your own name, you can use your own name. So these are the first 10 comments what we learned in today's session. So now are these 10 comments clear for all of you? All in. What about you guys? Can you please confirm are the first 10 comments of Linux clear for all of you or not? Yes. So guys, here I can see one question very, very frequently. How to get the real-time knowledge? I'll tell you one thing. If you want to get the real-time knowledge, you need to learn the complete course, first of all. Without learning the course, can you get the real-time knowledge? Our course is almost, it will take 75 days. How many days? Currently it is which day? Fourth day. In the fourth day only, how can you get the real-time knowledge, sir? you want to learn it, you need to have some patience. Here I'm going to teach you step by step process. Okay. So when you attend the classes daily and whatever the stuff I'm teaching you, if you practice them daily, directly you can get the real time experience. But in the demos only, if you talk about real time experience, how can I explain? Of course, I'll teach you the project straight away. Without teaching the tools, if I teach the project, will you get anything? No. So I'll suggest you one thing. Don't worry about the real time knowledge. I'll promise you, definitely, I'm going to give you the 3 years of experience as real time knowledge. But to get that knowledge, first of all, what you're going to do here? You need to come to the classes daily and you need to practice it and you need to interact with me a lot. What are the doubts and queries you are facing in the labs as well as in the practice? If you interact with me, then I can provide you some solutions. Based upon the solution, if you do the project now, so definitely you can get it. But straightly in the day one or day two, like don't think about the real time. Nobody will provide you the real time knowledge in the day one, day two. But even though if you talk about in the last 2 classes, I have shown you the real time practical ways or not, sir. Of course, you don't know what is real time, but I shown you how easy the real time is going to be. If you talk about Prometheus setup, how much time we took for Prometheus? 5 seconds. Tomcat setup, 1 second. And Grafana, 20 seconds. So like that, you don't worry about the syllabus as well as the real time knowledge. I'm here to give that one. You need to focus on the class only. If you directly come to class daily, you can get it. Of course, I know it is basics. Somebody will ask me, sir, well, like whatever you're teaching is basics. Correct only now, sir? Means yes, of course it is correct. Why? Because without teaching the basics, how can you get the advanced concept? Linux is the basic for all the tools. Okay. If you go for Kubernetes or Docker or Terraform, there also you need to use Linux only. If you don't know Linux, if you directly go to Docker and Kubernetes, how can you understand the concept there? So remember, first 1 week will be the Linux classes. Why? Because without learning the Linux, you cannot learn any kind of tool in real time. Okay. That is the reason I'm teaching you Linux. Of course, I can skip the Linux and I can teach the direct DevOps, but I won't do like that. Why? Because Linux will be the fundamental for each and every tool you need to have. I hope like this question got clarity for you online. And like a class notes also, I'm gonna give on Google Classroom. Don't worry it as of now. Yeah, AWS account we're gonna create. Don't worry about it. So now in the last session, I shown you the practical part of how to set up the Grafana and Prometheus, right? In today's class also, I'm gonna show you one thing. I think all of you know about Nexus. Have you ever heard about Nexus? What is the purpose of Nexus? To store the artifacts, correct or not, sir? I just go and ask ChatGPT like this. Same process, like how much time it will take to create the Nexus. Here, if you go and see, I'm asking ChatGPT. So, how much time required to set up Nexus? You can see ChatGPT will take 30 to 1 hour, like 30 minutes to 1 hour in a least case, or even 15 minutes also. So, what's the timestamp? So, it is telling that it will take few hours. How much? But what if I tell you Nexus setup will take only 15 seconds for us? How many seconds? I'll show you. So in the chat GPT, you can clearly see that it is going to take for at least 1 hour. Okay, in the least case. But what is the time I set for you? 15 seconds. Let me show you how I can automate the setup of Nexus. Let me create an EC2 instance first of all. I already have the server, but I can use a new server here. So it is my Nexus. Which one? So it is my Nexus server. And guys, I'm telling you this one. So all of you can use my scripts. Actually, what are the scripts I'm gonna teach you on the class? The same scripts you can use on real time also. So I'm gonna use T2 medium. Why? Because Nexus definitely require T2 medium. It won't work with T2 micro. And all traffic also I'm gonna give. And 8 GB is fine, but I'm taking 30 GB. So now if we go to my GitHub called Raham Sheikh, you can see all setups. Okay. In the all setups, you can see something called as Nexus at the last. Are you seeing Nexus here? What exactly you're gonna do now is whatever the script here you are seeing, directly copy paste the script. Don't do anything. Okay. So before that, I'm gonna show you how to connect to the server. Wait, can see it is running now. So it is a script, guys. Okay. So what you can do is directly copy the script and execute on the server. Okay. Let me show it. So it is running now. Connect to it. And again, as of now, it is demo. So you don't know what is the script and how to write. But in our classes, I'm going to show you how to write it. Okay. Here, I just want to show you how much of automation you are going to learn. ChatGPT is telling how much of time? Few hours. But how much time I said? 15 seconds. Wait, let me run this first of all. So here I'm going to copy the script. So this is a script you can copy like this. And you can go to your server and slightly here, how many lines of script you are seeing, sir? 34. Okay, what I can do is directly I can go here and I can run the script. So, but before that, again, I am showing ChatGPT took how much of time for it? Few hours. But how much of time I said for you? 15 seconds only. So now here, if I open, I mean, like you can run the script from the browser and you can go to terminal also. As of now, you don't know what is the meaning of terminal. In the next class, I'm going to show you what is a terminal. Okay, don't worry about it. So here I'm going to give VIM nexus.sh. I'm going to paste the script here. It is not required now. sh nexus.sh. How much time I said? See now. It will do before 15. Is it done or not, sir? I said 15 seconds, but how much seconds it took? 5 to 10 seconds maximum, like less than 5 seconds only. Is the Nexus running or not, sir, here? And the same Nexus server will take 1 hour. Who said by it? ChatGPT. But in how much time we are setting apart here? 5 to 10 seconds. That means you can understand the automation. Okay. So in real time also, wherever you go, you cannot learn this kind of automation. But in this course, whatever the automation I'm going to teach you, this is going to be very, very high end. Okay. Coming to the course wise, content wise, and the automation wise, as well as experience, you need not to worry. Why? Because this course is equivalent to how much of years of knowledge, sir? 3. A lot of people put the 4 years also. I think I shown you the proofs also, right? So don't worry about the course and content. The only thing you need to worry about is how much of time you can invest on yourself. Daily, if you invest 2 hours on time, at least 2 hours, it will be helpful for you. Okay. And here we are also going to provide lab support also. After the class is done, you can go to the lab, you can practice. In the practice, if you are getting any doubts or any queries, we have the mentors team. Okay. So these people are going to helpful for you from morning 9 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. till your class. So that's it, the class for today. Now, before going for doubts and queries, so we discussed about the Linux part in today's session. How's the Linux class for you guys? Is the class clear for all of you? All in, can you please confirm how's the class for all of you today? The Linux part? All of you ping in the comment section, guys. You can ping from there. Okay, it was clear and easy to understand. Great. So, guys, again and again, I'm explaining like I'm telling you one thing. Without Linux, you cannot learn anything on the DevOps. So the first few days will be the Linux part. Okay. If I teach you Linux for 3 to 4 days, I'll cover some basic part of it. Okay. For the advanced, you'll have some separate classes. Once we know the basic of Linux, then directly we can go for the DevOps itself. I'll start DevOps in this weekend only. Okay. In this week only. But Before DevOps, which knowledge we need to have strongly? Linux. So I hope you understand like whatever I'm saying. Fine. So now, online, if you are having any doubts or any queries regarding this course or regarding this class, you can raise your hand. I'm gonna give unmute option for you so we can communicate. But before that, like offline, any queries from your end, first of all, in today's session or like regarding the course? Okay, here already I am seeing you some queries. First of all, Sharath Kumar, sir, please show me the Nexus server. Definitely, Sharath. So if you want to see the Nexus, copy the public IP address and give the port number 8081. Now you can see the Nexus here. Okay. Or is the server here called Nexus? So I hope like Sharath dot was clear. So next year, as an IT professional and based on this training, which certification can I target for? So definitely you can target for Terraform. Okay, I'll show you like how to go for the Terraform certification very clearly. And even though you can go for Kubernetes also, I'll explain like how to get this one. Hope it is clear for you, Sachin. And next, Sudarshan, can we get any real-time project? Yes, definitely. In this course, how many projects we are going to discuss? 5 real-time projects I'm going to discuss. 2 of them are monolithic, 2 of them are microservice, and 1 is the infrastructure project. Hope it is clear for you, like Sudarshan. And yes, we are also going to provide the placement support from Naresh IT. Okay, Naresh IT will give the placement for the freshers. How to access the mentor support? So remember, guys, like if you are from online or offline, our mentors are going to helpful on the practical part. But for that purpose, first of all, you need to enroll for the course. If you enroll for the course, we will provide a link for you. From that link, you can book the mentor slot. For example, today you practice, you get lot of notes and queries. You can book the mentor's call for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, they will stay with you until your practice is done. Okay. These kind of supports also we are going to provide for you. I hope it is clear for you, Andrew. Cloud certification, no Sachin. So this is for DevOps only. For cloud certification, you need to say take some like separate course. And the cost of the exam depends upon the what kind of exam you are going to write, Sharath. Yes, we are also going to provide the mock interviews also. Don't worry about it. I'll be covering the scenario based questions. So let me speak with the online. So first of all, like Tenali Sridhar, you can speak.
Hi, hi, sir.
Yeah, hello Sridhar.
It's great to have the training sessions. I
Thank
have
you.
one small question here in the DevOps itself. So,
Please.
DevOps, you told that we have plan, code, build, test, and deploy, operate, and monitor, right?
Yeah.
So, and that would be a continuous activity, right?
Yes, that is a continuous part of DevOps. Like what you said is like continuous
Yes.
integration part. Exactly.
Yes. So my question is, do we also going to learn change management part, because that would be the critical part? Why? Because all the code may be changing time to time, right? So
Yes,
there should be a
let's
process
see
for
here.
change
I'm
management part.
gonna teach you how to change the code, and I'm gonna teach you how to build that like Jenkins pipeline based upon the code change also. Don't worry about that one.
Okay. So we are
Yep.
going to learn the change management part also, right?
Yes, yes. That means like you are
Okay.
asking about like changing the code again, like building it, testing it, like this one you are asking, right?
Yes. For example, we have
Yes.
build a tool, and we want to add one more feature called a
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
one.
I got your point, like Sridhar. Like that part also we are going to cover here. Okay, don't worry.
Okay. That's all.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next, Harish, you can speak, Harish.
Hi, sir.
Yeah,
My
hello,
doubt is,
Harish.
yeah, if I miss some 1, 2 classes, can I get the recordings if I don't enroll for the recorded sessions?
Like you will get it, but before that, like you need to speak with the mentor first. Like once you speak with the admin, so like you are going to
Okay.
miss today's session, so they will provide the particular recording for you, Harish. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Next, Madhu Raja, you can speak.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hello, Madhu.
Actually, my doubt is like, so you are just what you are doing is like in one system, right? So, what are the steps that if I have a laptop, so can you just guide me, or like, what would be the do I need to install a Linux or Ubuntu?
Nothing
Like
to
what's
install, nothing to install. Basically, all you need to have is AWS account. So in tomorrow's session, I'm going to cover how to create AWS account. Guys,
okay?
remember,
So
if
that
you want to
I
create
need to.
AWS account, you need to have the credit card. That can be
Okay.
MasterCard, Visa card, American Express. Recently, like some people are using RuPay also, that is also going to be acceptable. Okay. But before using the card, make sure that per international transaction would be enabled. So tomorrow, like one of you bring the card, and I can show you how to create the AWS account.
Okay, so so for the practice thing part, like Linux and all of that, so that guidance I need to know. That's,
Sorry,
you got my point.
I'm not able to,
Sorry?
I'm not able to hear your question properly, Madhu. Can you repeat one more time?
Yeah, actually, what I mean to say is like I need to install any laptop like
No need to
Linux
install.
or
No,
like
no, no need to install anything. Okay.
okay. So
Yeah.
would that be you will be guiding that like how to
Definitely,
practice
I'll
in my
guide you.
laptop
If you want to install
because I don't
anything on
find
your
time.
laptop, I'm gonna guide you
Yeah.
how to install it. Okay. Don't worry. I'll show it lively on
Okay.
the class itself.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Sirisha, you can speak.
Hello. Hi, sir.
Yeah, hello,
Good.
Sirisha. Yeah, good evening.
Sir, regarding fee payment, I heard out. How will we will pay the installment wise? Should we pay how much amount we should pay, sir?
Fee payment, like you can discuss with the admin. Why? Because like they will give the complete info about fee payment. Like I don't know, like from where, like and how to pay. So please contact admin Praveen. Okay. I think he has given the details of the chat box. Please contact him on the WhatsApp. He will guide you, Sirisha.
Okay. And sir, I'm texting chat box. I'm not seeing whether you are seeing or not. And some online persons also there, they're texted or not. I can't see. Only my.
Yes, yes. You can only able to see your question. You cannot able to see other people's question. Okay. So for that
Okay,
purpose,
okay.
like I'll be repeating the questions on the comment section. Don't worry.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
So next, Gopi Krishna, you can speak. You have been waiting from long time actually. Gopi Krishna, you can go ahead.
Hi sir, I have a question regarding this course. So, do you also covering any security part in this course?
SonarQube part we are going to cover. And VPC
Okay.
part. So this all comes under security. I'm going to cover. In Kubernetes part also, like I'm going to cover about some security concepts. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Next, Sudarshan, you can speak now.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Sudarshan.
Yeah, like in interviews, like they will be asking you all the scenario-based questions, right? Like, can we get that much level, like?
Definitely. See, this is the notes actually what I use for the classes. Here you can see the troubleshooting. For example, in scenario based, if you get the error image pull, what you are going to do on real time. So like this, I'm gonna give you the real time scenario based questions also and practical solutions also I'm gonna give. You can see the lot of questions here. Okay. What is, for
Okay.
example, in real time, if somebody give you the scenario and if they ask you answer, how to deal with this kind of scenario, those kind of questions also I'm gonna cover. And apart from that, I'm gonna cover the interview question. For example, if I teach you the concept of Docker today, okay, so I'm going to explain how many questions you can expect from Docker, and I'm going to teach the answer also. So you can get the end from here itself, like Sudarshan.
Okay.
Hope it is clear.
Yeah, and one more question, sir. Like, can we have a projects? Like, can we put in the resume? Like, how to?
Definitely. What are the projects I'm teaching you? Same projects you can put on the resume also.
Like, if you want to keep an experience, right? Definitely, we need a projects which are worked on real time.
Yeah.
So can we get those real-time projects like for
Yeah, that's
example,
what I'm saying. What are the projects I'm going to teach you? See, these projects you can put on real time also, okay? And the resume building part, everything I'm going to take care of it, Sudarshan.
okay, because
Yeah.
I want to keep experienced. So
Definitely, you can definitely keep. Okay, don't worry about. So I'm telling you now. So just focus on the class as of now. So experience part, resume building, everything I'll take care of it.
okay. Thank you. That's what from my side.
Thank you. So next year, Yogesh, you can go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Yogesh
Yeah,
this
hello,
side.
good evening, Yogesh.
So my question is for the if somebody is from non-IT, then
Okay.
what exactly the step by step they want, right? Because
Exactly.
we cannot connect the things quickly.
Don't worry, Yogesh. Like here, I'm going to teach you the step-by-step process. So guys, remember, before this course, you need not have any kind of knowledge. Whatever the course I'm going to teach you, so this will be a step-by-step only. So even though if you're from non-IT or IT, so I'm teaching you from scratch level. So no need to worry about like I'm non-IT, I don't get this course. So no need to worry about like this. Yep. So next, Grandi, you can speak now.
Sir, good evening, sir. Aham, sir.
Good evening, Grandi.
Sir, actually, I came from background Telugu medium, sir. I have
Okay.
computer knowledge. I have knowledge, sir. Computer knowledge.
Okay.
Actually, I have 36 years old, sir, right now. So,
Okay.
can I get job easily, sir? If I learn very good,
It
I
depends
can get.
upon your hard work, Ranji. See, if you are from like Telugu medium or like any other medium, it all matters like how much of efforts you are putting for yourself. Okay. So if you daily attend the classes and if you daily practice, definitely you can get it. Okay. No need to worry about it, Grandi.
I have also gaps, sir, from degree to now.
How much of
Up
gap you are having, Grandi?
7 to 8 years, sir.
So in that case, you need to go with some experience, Grandi. So for pressure, you can't get any openings, but I'll guide you how to go with some experience. Even though it is difficult, but you don't have any other choice, I can say.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Next, Abu Firas Khan, you can speak now.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Sir, thank you for your guidance and support.
Yep.
I like the way you're teaching. But the only concern is the automation part that you're doing with the scripting language.
Yep.
I for copy and paste that is okay, but I just wanted to know like how we are going to write that scripting part and perform in our
That
daily
thing I
projects.
can do it. Like, see, currently, as of now, here you are just seeing the scripts only. But in the classes, I'm going to teach you how to write your own script. So for that purpose, you need to wait till shell scripting comes. Okay.
Okay, so that would be JavaScript or something
No,
other.
it is bash script. It is bash script. Okay.
Okay.
And one more thing, guys, I'm going to share you the notes also. But to get the notes, you need to get the Google Classroom access. Okay. Once you enroll for the course, we are going to give the Google Classroom access. From there, you can access the live notes of the class. Okay. And the syllabus as well as interview questions, resume, everything you can get it from there. That's it. So I hope the questions and queries part is done for today. So what are the queries we are having? Let's discuss on tomorrow's session. Why? Because it's the time for the next class to be happen. So I think all in the class was fine for today's session. So in tomorrow's class, we are going to speak about the other concepts of the Linux. Okay. So the people who came newly, so I will like to recommend you to meet me once after the session. Okay. And online you can ping to the admin if you are new for today's session. Thank you. Thank you all of you. Have a great day. Bye. You are asking about cluster. We are going to use mini queue and KOps both.